Hello everybody and welcome back to Anno 1404. We're looking at our HARDMODE monument, which is coming close to completion, so soon we'll be having a beautiful monument here that is finishing our beautiful harbor so far. Another thing that we have now, thanks to the upgrading of my candlesticks, we have now way more candlesticks in store, so it's not going down anymore, at least for quite some time now. It's, well, slowly getting up there, right? And hopefully we can improve on that. We got lots of patricians at the moment that want to go to the nobleman, so let's just upgrade happily away with all of these people here. And I also slowly want to eye the Imperial cathedral foundation. As we can see, we could afford it already and can place it here, but it is costing a lot of tools. And since we are also consuming tools for the monument at the moment, it would just be too much, in my opinion, to have two of these monuments up, because then it would totally drain my tools storage that we have here in Sleepy Hollow, and that is something that I definitely don't want to have. Now, we just can upgrade though. We got lots and lots of noblemen already. There we got a huge area where we can add a few more. As you can see, we can upgrade quite a few there. And this city is really looking like something. It's starting to look like something. We got still, yeah, a few dirt roads here that I want to upgrade. So this one, and here we can upgrade a bit away. And thank you for trading once again. Our reputation is pretty high now with the traders as well. That of course means more honor points the next time we would level up with them. And as we can see, yeah, pretty much that was a huge task here, getting all of that to the paved roads. And as we can see, it's pretty much almost complete. There is still something here. Perhaps we go with this way, and this one here is a 1-1. And 250,000 gold coins accumulated. We get another 10 gems of that. Perhaps we're also going to look at the gems there, what we can do with that, because we can do quite a lot with these gems. Unlocking new features, new, well, ornaments, new flags, and even new buildings as well. That is pretty cool. Oh, I'm out of stone for now, but it's fine. We have everything we want. We still have this empty space there where we might think about something else. We also have the residence now as a new building, and whoa, I might actually just have it here, right? A residence, a beautiful building. This reduces the maintenance cost for all of the production buildings on that island. So building these houses here gives me even more money on the balance there. We are at 7,700. So this is looking pretty good there. Righto, we have a few other things. We got lots of green patches everywhere, right? This is something that I can't stand anymore. So we are really going into some ornaments. Oh, yeah, we might also just have this one there. This is a really nice statue. That is one of the new ones, by the way. So this is definitely a mod. I haven't seen that yet. We also got this nice, what is that here? A cage. Okay, we could put a cage in there in the center. Also a nice fountain. Or a stage where people can play. Or this organ here. I like that a lot, this organ there. Oh, it actually costs quite a lot there. 30 glass. Fortunately, we have that. And then we just might have some ornaments around it. For example, this wall here. And I think the wall itself, yeah, accommodates automatically to corners. Something that I really like. I think we don't have though a gate or something like that, so I can't put it over it, but I can still put it beside it. Having this one here. Oh, who is daring to attack me? Right, once again, a flagship from the Cardinal. And by the way, speaking of the Cardinal, we still have our embargo there on his Cold Creek, so there is no ships coming in here. I don't think he's got that many islands anyway, right? He's got... No, actually, I think this is the only island that he's got left. He got a pretty big war there with Giovanni, and yeah, he's taken over this island here just now as well. Reddington, as we can see. Whatever is happening here, that was a very, there were huge battles on this island. You can see that, because you get destroyed production buildings and towers everywhere to defend against invasions. Pretty interesting. Also here, what I can see, the peasants. Yeah, we have peasants way too close to the city center. These guys here still lack a tavern or something like that. So let's just do this as well. So many things that we need to focus. Oh yeah, there it is. Very good. There we can put in a little tavern there to drink a beer after a hard day at work. What I can see is that salt is rather low. Is that right? We are pretty low on salt there. Do we still have some salt deposits? We have, very good. Actually, we have no salt production right now here. We have the coal. How is the coal looking?
Production has been disrupted.
Coal is pretty empty there too. I can't do much there. But what we can do is we can start with the salt production nevertheless. So a salt mine here and then the salt works. And I just love that when you are that advanced with an island that you actually don't have to focus on your building materials anymore. If I want to build something, I just build it. I don't even look at the building materials anymore. That's pretty cool. Then we have another one, salt works. This should be a lot of salt coming in then. But of course, it will also increase my... Oh, look at that. It will also increase my coal consumption. There we have that, another one, and we can still reach it. Let's also upgrade these market buildings here so that we can have more carts going back into. Very good. But what we need is coal. Let's just check. Do we have an island where we have some coal deposits? Not many. Wolf's Haven has one, but we're already using that. Oh, there is another one. We really don't have any coal islands there, it seems. This one's full. This one, no coal whatsoever. Perhaps something in the southern islands. Nope, not really. There's 2 coal deposits here, as far as I can see, and a bit of coal. We might settle on it and just take the coal then. Or what we also did, or what I also did, I actually sailed down here to this island there, because we can settle on it. It's important because we got 4 copper deposits on this island. Right, let's settle in Balham.
Many people have,
of course, especially the cardinal don't like that. And what I want is I want to have more brass production, right? We don't have a very high brass production so far. And this island is pretty cool because it has lots of green space in the center. So I don't even need to build any Nivarias for now to get my coal production up and running. That is something we should also be happy about. And let's have another market house here. And where's the last? 1, 2... Where are my coal? 3 and 4. Oh, way down here. There is the last one. Righto. No coal deposits on this island, unfortunately. That means that I will need to get... First of all... Oh no, I cannot upgrade. I need to get some stone over there as well. Let's just... We should still have an available trader somewhere. And there it is in Rose Yard. Let's get this one to... Yeah, Sleepy Hollow, get some stone there, even though we don't really have that much stone in Sleepy Hollow either, because we're using that much for the monument right now. It's consuming a lot of stone all the time. Another thing, here we do have a... Yeah, here we have a coal deposit, though, rather close to Sleepy Hollow. We might use that. And how's it looking in Wolf's Haven? No coal whatsoever here, so yeah, we can't do that. Nope, so not easy.
2 other players have formed an alliance.
Oh, Cardinal and Guy Focas are alliance, and and Giovanni and Guy Focas are now at war with each other. But yeah, that's just good for me. No one dares to wage war against me anymore, thanks to my fleet. Let's have some coal or charcoal burners here for the moment, until we can get some better coal income somewhere. Coal is really going down, but what it should be going up now is the salt. Hopefully, let's just check this one here. Righto, let's reduce the taxes for the peasants there as well. And also what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a chapel outside here, or church. Right, all of these guys here need something, right? Yeah. Let's have it here, a little chapel, and then we can just have a few more peasant houses than here as well. Righto. And the chapel here. Fine, fine. I think those guys here still need something. And yeah, we don't need that many churches and chapels anymore, because look at that. The Imperial Cathedral satisfies the need for churches in general, and look at the radius of it. It's incredible. It basically takes the whole island under its influence. Once that happens, we have a pretty good time with the chapels and stuff like that. Alright, peasants want to upgrade again. That's a good thing. So we can then also finish this district there with some more citizens. And meanwhile... Oh, I also got 2 available traders here in the main harbor. Let's take one of them, Nymph, right away. And Nymph will take some stone, even though we don't have that much stone left. And yeah, a bit of wood there still, and tools, even though we don't have any tools anymore. And let's get down here to Valham once again. And here we can then start the next brass production. And Barnabas is offering us a quest for first part of an extensive quest line. And he's wanting a person in oh, it's Sleepy Hollow, please don't. Oh no. Finding this person, I think, will be the hardest task yet. Oh, and the beggars want in again. No pals, sorry. Even though we have so much money. And invasions are quite exhaustive. So let's accept him for now.
That's top, that is.
And after extensive searching, I found her. I mean, look at that. There she is. That's the witch we need to find. Right here in the city center. She's walking around. And let's take her.
You have found the person you were looking for.
Very good. And now all we need to do is transport this person to Barnabas, who is actually on our island anyway. So we just need to get it up there. We don't even need some defense there. Also, we got lots of pirates there in our area. But oh, this is not the pirate. There's the pirate. But I'm not afraid of them anymore, because we now have enough money to permanently stay neutral with them. And let's just get this person there. There she is, the witch. And let's get the witch up here to Bushel Hill. And there we deliver her to Barnabas. And no idea what he's going to do with the poor witch. Perhaps it's his wife. Who knows about that, really. Alright, I also got my ships there. They sank the flagship from the Cardinal. Let's just see what they have in board. Just trash, really. Let's get rid of that. And let's get my ships up there again. To the repairing of everything. And what happens as well is that the monument is completed. Look at that. We get 500 honor points of that. And even my opponents like it. Harbor monument is thus completed. It looks amazing. And there it is in all its glory, a beautiful building, as we can see. And yeah, lots of people are going around here, so it's quite a busy harbor. I just absolutely love how yeah, lively everything looks here. Then we got this beautiful monument now, and let's just have a look at the bonuses as well that we get from this. Let's just have a look at one of my ships. There we have it. Extended cargo plus 15 and increased speed plus 5% for the ship. That's global. That's going for all my ships now. Beside all the already bonus that we have there with the Occidental shipbuilding, which increases the hit points by 15%, the cargo hold by 20%, and the speed by plus 15%. We get another flat 5% on top of that globally now for all my ships. So that makes them really efficient, the ships themselves, and also of course my trade routes more efficient overall. That's a pretty good thing. As we can see, the candles are going up still, so we have the resources. Let's upgrade a few more noblemen. That's so much money coming in at the moment. It's incredible that we have another block of houses there. How many can I actually upgrade? I think quite a lot. 25.
Production has been disrupted.
25 up here. Those guys there, and perhaps there. Another 2 noblemen. This one. That's fine. How many do we have? 6,800. There we have another one. Those 2. And there we actually have some dirt roads still. Let's also get rid of that. And by the way, yeah, I was actually also working on my little garden here. So we still have some things that we can place here. For example, some flowers, if we want to. Southern flowers. They're not looking pretty, but perhaps they're growing. A palm. Yeah. This one. Look at that. Beautiful. People are actually going there to pray or listen to the organ and shaking to it. Very nice, right in front of it. And then we also have something, those trees there, right? So we have some different trees there as well here in the city center itself, right in front of where we're going to have the Imperial Cathedral. For the Imperial Cathedral, we might also have these lion statues that I found somewhere. Right, we have this one, but that's not so good. This one is much more fun, having this on either side. Oh, it's definitely going to be interesting. But that's our next big project. Now, speaking of projects, we also still want to go for Bolham here. So now we have the stone in here. Let's start with some cargo right away. That we want, of course. Otherwise, you can't really do anything. Now we can unload everything else that we have. Ah, we still don't have that much stone.
An enemy henchman
Very good. 115 that we have there now. Let's start with having... Let's see. Where do we have it? There we have it. Let's start with the mines. Of course, the copper mine. Let's have 2 mines for starters. And for that, we do also need 2 brass smelters right away. And as we can see, this is depleting my stone there right away. Quite a lot. And they also, of course, need some coal.
A beguiling belly dancer is
Right, so we
costing
do
you
need the
tax
charcoal
income.
burners now. And we do need... yeah, I guess one here. We could have a
Fire
charcoal
is
burner with
devastating
snow.
your city.
Let's have another one here and another one in this area there too. So 3 charcoal burners. I think we might actually go for another copper mine there. We should be able to afford it. Let's see, down here, this one. 12 stone. And for the brass or the copper smelter there, this one. Very good. 3 of them are working now. That is pretty important, since we do need a lot of brass. Now, what do we have? The brass is being transported here to Mount Fort, where we have our candle production. We actually have a lot of brass there, it seems. Actually, we don't. Is this one taking brass with it? Nope. Not at the moment. But what I want to do is I want to have more brass here. Brass is then also being transported to Sleepy Hollow, where we have our glass production with it, right? So this is something that we need to keep in mind there as well. I have need for a lot of brass at the moment. And Horizons, you're going to be my brass trade route, the latest one. What is that? That is iron. Forgot to rename it. And then we have the brass for it. And the brass is going from Bolham up here to Mount Fort. And the only thing we need now is some brass. I mean, it's not going to be that much, but we have a buffer there as well. And Horizon, where are you? Should be... where's my Horizon? There she is. A nice, beautiful ship. And it's now on the way. And speaking of stone, let's just see. Do I still have something for defense? Yeah. Yeah, I can have 1 harbor tower there. Right. As defense, but it's not enough. It's not much. But I'm not expecting any big attacks for the moment anyway. Let's have a look at Ashgabat too. We have lots of materials in Ashgabat. A city that I kind of neglected so far. Milk might be something that they want now.
A good
So
deal is
for the
always
milk
a
we have
welcome
the
change.
dates here, and the milk we could have down here. Right, so it's for the oriental town here, for the city here. We don't need that much space anyway. I'm not intending to build the whole island full of it, since it's only 2 stages there as well. But what we need is a Noria that we can have then here right away. And then we're going to have the goat farms, right? And the goat farms give us the milk that we need. So this is another improvement for them. Oh, let's just check this real quick here. Oh, he's D4Cast is able to purchase shares here. 77,000. That's a lot of money. Oh, 46,000 for a share, actually, for an empty share. But yeah, it's a lot of money. Now, Ashgabat, once again, as we can see, the green is coming up. And also Hassan demands another 30,000 coin to maintain the treaty. We're doing this. We don't have to do this forever. So once we have enough paid, we're going to start a quest line with him. And once we finish that quest line, we will be on permanent peace treaties there. Barnabas, as we can see, let's unload the person. And then we can complete this first quest for some honor points. We can use that honor. We have a lot of honor at the moment. Let's sail to Kingsport. And in Kingsport, we can then unlock the highest level here now too. And then we can purchase this diplomatic action there to get to the next rank. Now, he's got the next quest already. The herb woman urgently needs some dressings. Most of the cuts will heal quickly, but some stab wounds Barnabas' body are causing. Oh, that is the story behind it. So he's badly wounded. He needs that witch. And now that he's got her, she demands some resources. Herbs, silk, and hemp. Now, we have 2 of them. Silk we don't have yet. Silk is something that I've not built yet because it's required for the carpet in Ashgabat. That is though another motivation for me, or another cause, to get my silk production up and running. There we have a bit of space. Let's also have a Noria here. Here. And once this is green, we can put the silkworms out there. And they will produce some silk for us. We can then deliver that to Barnabas as well. On the other side, here we have the goats already. So let's just build 1. I have no idea how much it needs. 18 fields. It seems to me we can have 2 of them side by side. No problem whatsoever. Perhaps also here, right? We can squeeze that in here. Very good.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
And also these 2 goat farms here. And I'm pretty sure this is working. Very good. Also, this guy here has all his goats then up here as well. So that we can still squeeze in even more goat farms. Right, lots of goat here now. Producing a lot of milk for us. That's a good thing. Let's also up this Noria there with all the other ones. You need to manually refresh the water from time to time, which costs a bit. And just look at how detailed these buildings are. Truly fantastic looking.
You've got a good deal there.
Still such a beautiful game after all these years. Up here, the water is coming in, so we are getting some green fertile area. This should be working now. Do we have some brass? Yes, the first brass is now being delivered. Up to the island. Up to Mountford. And then we might actually continue with a few more. Look at that, candles are missing. Because we don't have any honey. Alrighty, that's an easy task. Getting the honey up and running here. Right, and we can have 2 of them side by side as far as I can see. Yep. And perhaps this one here too. Very good. It's actually all the stone. It was just fitting for exactly the amount of stone that we needed. Righto. And also these roads here. And also here. There we have that. And now we just need to plant all these fields there again. And there we have a lot of new honey coming in. But of course we'll also need a bit more stone than in Mountford again for future production. Let's just see. Do we still have? We should still have an available trader. There it is. Argo. And yeah, stone is building up anyway. Since we got lots of stone. Look at that. 75 tons of stone are fitting into one slot. So we can carry a huge amount of that. A few tools there perhaps. Very good. And a bit of wood. Let's get this over here. So once the
can no longer control the
honey
flame.
is coming in, I guess we'll also need a bit more hemp. But overall, this is looking fantastic. Having also enough brass there. The brass is then being transported to Sleepy Hollow, where we can then have our opticians workshops here. And as we can see, they're lacking some brass. So it's important that more brass is coming in. I think this is happening then. Look at that. 10 tons there with the next candles. And candles is not going down yet, so it's not empty before that ship arrives, but of course we still need to put a bit more effort into that. Overall, pretty harbor monument. In all its glory, it is working now and it is providing a permanent boost to my ships. Now the next monument that I want to focus on in completion of my city is the Imperial Cathedral, and it was planned all along that we would place it right in here into the middle. Unfortunately, there is a huge bug with the I.A.A.M mod that you should be aware of, that if you play this game on a pancake island, you're not able to place the Imperial Cathedral into the center of the map. I have no idea why. It happened already 5 years ago when I played this game on the normal version, but it happens again, even with the history patch and all of that. You still cannot play or build the Imperial Cathedral in the center of a city. So in that case, we need to work around here. First of all, I still have a use for that central ground here, and that is the palace. Now, we do have a palace in this game as well. It is quite a huge and extensive palace that we can place in here. Then it's very similar to the 1800 palace, so it is modular, and we can build lots of different modules there for the palace to make it bigger. Pretty cool. No doubt about that, but we still want to build the Imperial Cathedral, and I tinkered around a bit where I should have this cathedral, and you can place it on the edge of a map. It's not as beautiful as, for example, the center, of course, but for the center, well, we still have another work here, so we still have another plan for that. So that's a good thing, right? I have a plan B on that. First of all, let's get rid of this district here, so of these buildings here. Another thing that I want to do is I want to have my tavern there right away, because I moved the tavern now up there for all these people here. And here we have now a beautiful spot, right? So we can place it here. It will be working. The case though is we still, of course, also want to make it a bit beautiful. It is very close now to the foresters there. So, of course, not the best option, but still the most viable option without destroying too much. And it's still in the center, and it's still also connected with the main road. So all of these things are pretty cool to me, I think, so we can do this, right? Let's get rid of these 2 foresters there in the meantime. Of course, I do need foresters, but I don't need those foresters here right away. We can use the space then here for a few more buildings that we have then in the surrounding area. And well, then I should say, let's get cracking with the Imperial Cathedral. We can squeeze it in just here at the end of the main road. And I think this is a perfect spot for it. Actually, it's not the worst spot in the world, right? Because we have a beautiful mountainside there in the background too. So this is all working. Let's get us a warehouse out there.
Can the foundation be laid?
Right, and let's
Lovely.
get started with the construction
The
of
work
it.
here has come to a
And
halt
now
for the
they
time being.
hopefully will be getting the resources, and what I can see is they are very good. So this is working. This is something we can work towards, and I can still have them buildings around it. So this is all working, and hopefully we can really make something beautiful there. Let's also have some more normal buildings than here on the side that I can add, and we might just add then more buildings here as well, and we can also add more houses here so that it is kind of connected with the city after all. Now let's just finish the road construction that we want there, and here in front of the cathedral, of course, we have a nice beautiful plaza there. We have a church there too. We can get rid of that church once the cathedral is finished, and of course, since the cathedral is so far on the edge now, it's not going to cover the whole city anymore, but that is not a problem. It's covering the central ground. We can still get rid of a lot of churches there later on, and we can still keep some churches, which makes sense to me as well. Very good. So construction has started on the cathedral foundation here, and as we can see, workers are on the construction side and work has begun, and of course we're going to make this more beautiful there as well. Now let's just check something else. How many noblemen do we have? 6,900, and I will be able to upgrade a few more. That is exactly what I want. Not only those people there, but perhaps also a bit more towards the Imperial Cathedral there, right? We should get a bit closer there as well, so that this whole thing here looks to our liking. Those guys here too. There is unfortunately a citizen that doesn't have any education, so education here might make sense. Oh, a monastery? Who knows about that? We might just squeeze something in here after all, for all of those citizens there once the cathedral is finished. Let's also upgrade that market house here so it looks a bit something like the peasants. These peasants here will be able to upgrade soon. Oh, there we also have an empty spot. Let's use this right away. We might actually also squeeze more people in here. Who knows? What is going on with those guys here? They want to enjoy themselves. They miss a tavern. We do have a tavern spot there still available. Or, yep, we do it rather close to the other houses here so we can upgrade them later. So let's do that. Let's squeeze in another tavern then here as well into this space. This should be working fine. And I can totally see that this is looking beautiful after a bit of time. Very good. Another thing just happened now with upgrading so many noblemen. Look at that. All roads lead to, well, I guess Sleepy Hollow. You have achieved the city status of Walled City. We get another 20 gems of that, over 1,000 honor points, and thus we have also achieved the highest level of the city status, which is a cosmopolitan city, the Walled City. Pretty cool. So this is how big your city can grow. Of course, we can still make it bigger if we want to. But other than that, we have now the highest level for Sleepy Hollow, a majestic city in that regard. Another thing that we have is one of our traders is just here before Kingsport. And here, since we have that much honor, let's purchase all these scrolls, diplomatic scrolls. A lot of that costs me over 1,000, or cost me 1,000 actually. And let's get it down here to Shapur El Sheikh, where the Grand Vizier is living and waiting for it, so that we can reach the next diplomatic rank there as well, to get all these things up there. Of course, that is something we should pursue as well. Now, I still have a problem though, since we upgrade so many buildings. Some of my products are going down a bit, obviously. Let's use one of my traders there. There I have it already filled with some tools. Let's unload some of these. Take some other stuff with us, because we need to reinforce a few things. Amongst them is the bread and the beer production. It's lacking at the moment, and we do have those things, right? We do have a beautiful production here already. And he admits that you're more powerful. Pretty cool. Thank you, Cardinal. By the way, we haven't done any diplomacy in quite some time. I might just keep that up here for those guys. Right. Oh, we could even go with alliance with him, but I'm not going with any alliance there. Why? Because if he's going at war with someone, and he's constantly going at war with someone at least, we would be dragged into this whole mess, and I don't want that. And there's also the ship now with the tokens. Let's turn it in. And yes, at least we got that going. So we have the Grand Vizier's advisory stages now with 1,000 prestige. This opens up even more buildings now for the future. So also some defense buildings here, as we can see. A Sultan's Palace that we might add as well. Looks pretty similar. And also Oriental Shipyard and the Obelisk. So pretty cool stuff there if we want to enlarge in our city. Wait a second, we still have so much honor. Speaking of honor, about researching, we do have a few things down here that might be helpful in case of a war. First of all, we can increase the maximum number of ships. Now let's just have a look at our ship limit. We can go up to 250 ships at the moment, 49 ships, and we only have 60. So this is really far away reaching that limit, no problem. But increasing the damage done by my encampments and my camps in general, that is a pretty good thing, right? We can go up here to 30%. Now let's keep it with 20% damage increase. Also, we can increase the hit points for all my towers, and we also get another achievement by that, Eureka, and another 20 gems. Let's just check what else we have. We can still unlock the last level here. So in that case, the fewer envoys are needed. For that, the Venetian always is a bit nice there. So house searches, auxiliary fleet, reduce the safe house upkeep, and reduce the cooldown for infiltration. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's do that and increase our income with that a bit. And then we're down to 200 honor, so that's quite fine for me now. And now we're collecting honor again then for getting up there to the next rank. And the next achievement, the Silver Medal of Mammon, 500,000 gold coins with 20 gems again. Like, there are lots of achievements coming in right now. Yeah, we have 500,000 coins. We're definitely getting one with 1,000,000 there as well. I'm on my way also to send a few more ships there to Ashgabat. And wait a second, where do we have the indigo? There we have the indigo, but here we have plenty of resources because I want to up my indigo production. Let's just see, do we have indigo in store? Yeah, it's pretty much actually. What we want here is increase that because I want to go for carpets now as well. Carpets is something that my envoys or my people in the Oriental town need. In that case, let's go for it. So indigo is the first step of it. We do need another well for this, obviously. A few more of them. And what we also can have here is upgrading our... Oh, no, wait a second. Let's get some warehouses out here as well. We have plenty of stone, and they don't cost that much stone. They rather cost a lot of tools, from what I can tell. Lots of that. Very good. And the ship is on its way. Speaking of ships, we have another ship up here for our beer production. Let's unload all the resources. And boy, it's a lot of resources. Let's also check real quick. Oh yeah, herbs is going down. So this is the culprit and, at the moment. This is where we need to improve. We got lots of them already. Herb gardens, beautiful, beautiful houses there that we can add here. And rather easy to build as well, since they really just need one building for each production, more or less, and not several of them. So let's add a few more here. And yeah, let's have normal dirt roads for that, because it doesn't matter how fast it actually is. It can transport up to 5 goods anyway. And this one goes to that warehouse there. And then all we need to do is plant them all at once. That's 13, 13, 14, and this should be 14 as well. Very good. Let's also upgrade that market building there. Increase production. It's getting a bit tight here now, right? We can still have... Let's see, we can still have some grain farm here. Perhaps 2 of them might be squeezed in. Oh, very good. Actually 3. Let's have there another one, and then... Yeah, this is possible too. And then let's just have the fields. 3 more here.
I'll take what I am owed.
Very good. And now all we need to do is having a few more of these breweries. I mean, boy, we have a lot of them already, but can't hurt to have even more. a lot of these monastery breweries. Right, 3 more, 4 more. Sounds like music to my ears. And yeah, let's also have another warehouse there to collect all that beer. That is only one thing though. We also have the bread production. And the bread is also pretty easy. We have the building resources here already. So all we need really is a lot of additional grain farms. As we can see, we already got some marketplaces there. Or market houses, warehouses. So all I need to do here is really just add a few more of them. Righto. And perhaps also behind them. And this should work splendidly. All we need to do now is, once again, the roads and the fields. And boom, we have lots of beautiful grain fields once again. The only problem is, well, the timber. It's going out so quickly that we always need to get more timber. I think we have, yep, we still have over 100 tons in Sleepy Hollow. Even though we're depleting Sleepy Hollow there with the building materials right now as well. Because we need to reinforce so many other things. And of course, we still want to keep upgrading our buildings there as well. Especially around the cathedral. The upcoming cathedral. Being a world city is not enough. We need to grow even further than that. And this is exactly what I'm doing here. And yeah, looking good so far. Still the resource coming in, and we are already almost halfway through the first stage of it. And it's a 4-stage building. Going to take us a while there. But still, it's something going in the background. We have a bit of a plague there as well, a bit of fire. I do have a doctor though. Yeah, not close enough though. Difficult. We have a bit of space here, so for now, let's just have a medic. Oh, I need tools. I don't have the tools right now. Let's replenish the water. That's the water for all the Nivarias. And let's just do here our indigo. For indigo, we can have 2 of them again side by side. Nah, that's going to be a tough one. But we might make it work. And look at that, Giforkas and Giovanni are at war again with each other. So if I would have been allied now with Giforkas, of course, that would have meant war for me. Alrighty, and back in Ashgabat, we want to increase here our presence as well. So at the moment, we only have the, well, happy nomads. And as we can see, we still have lots of stuff to do here. So the milk is in now. We have the goat farm. My next step would be then the carpets. So for that, I do need the indigo. And then also what we need up here is the silk. And with both of them, we can make our beautiful little, well, carpets. Another thing is that the pottery that we need here, well, the pottery is something I don't want to touch Murph on that, right? Murph is here purely for Sleepy Hollow. So what we can do is we have a ship down here, right? At the ground is here, and we do have a bit of honor. It might be a good idea to wait here and see what happens to the clay deposit, right? So once we have that, we might just there we have it. That was easy, right? With the first reroll, we got the clay deposit for 100, or the clay fertility. And as we can see in Ashgabat, we have an available fertility slot, and we can use the clay on that. So that means we can have the clay production here in Ashgabat as well. And that's pretty mighty, I think. Now, while those things are on the way, we can have now on the other side, we have the beautiful Nori here. And we might just have now our silkworms in that area too. And a lot of these buildings there really looks fantastic. They need 5 slots again, so we should separate them a bit at least if we want this to work. And there we have our silkworms now producing some precious silk. That is what we need. We also have still an available ship. First of all, my main fleet has arrived. Nymph here. Nymph, for example, first of all, we do need for Nymph once again some warehouses that we can place then just here. And increase thus our storage on this island. Then we can unload everything Nymph still has. Nymph the second actually. And let's get going. Oh, and we have, yeah, we have the plague here still raging. I do have now the materials to also build me a medic that we can have here. So I have a medic here and here. We have now 2 medics that are working for those people. I hope that's fine for them. Right? Did we lose a building there? Nah, that is too small, right? No, actually we lost a building here to the plague. Let's just have there another one again. Yeah, we're losing some people there actually. Thanks to that. Really, really not okay as far as I can see. Yeah, well, oh, look at that. The Karn has a huge ship there. Let's chase it. This is really a cool ship. Let's see if we can take it down. Nymph the second though is going to be on a trade route for Indigo. So it's Indigo 2. And Indigo 2 is going to go from Murph to Ashgabat, a rather small trade route. And here we have lots of Indigo. And I'm only going to have one slot of Indigo for now, because I think, first of all, it's a very short route, just Venice is in between, and second of all, I don't want to deplete Indigo completely off Murph, right, because we also need some Indigo there for Sleepy Hollow. That is coming in then, and with that we can then finish our carpet production, and I think this is looking like a nice spot here for it. So let's get cracking with our first carpet, well, workshops that we have, and I think 4 of them should be a good start. And as we can see, those guys are now getting the resources. Silk we already have, so they're getting silk first and waiting on the Indigo. And then we have the next production here as well. Walrus has also arrived with the clay fertility. Let's activate it so that we have it, and boom, there it is. So now we have beautiful clay fertility in Ashgabat, and that means we can have the pottery here right away. Do we have, yeah, we have coal mines here working already. Do we have coal in store? Nope, no coal whatsoever, so we'll do need additional charcoal burners. Let's have, there we have a bit of space here, right, so I can have another one here, for example, without the need of another Noria. And out here I will probably have to build another Noria though.
Vizier is an exceptional honor for me.
Right, and let's get it up here so we can have a charcoal burner and a charcoal burner. 2 of them in that regard. And the only thing we need then is, well, the clay pit. And sorry, pal, I'm not going to deliver anything for now. It's just not necessary. About the clay deposits, where should we have them? The clay mines. Yeah, here, perhaps. This is a good spot, right? There we can have it. So there we have the clay pit. And let's have 3 of them for now. They're actually not that expensive. 3 should be fine. I mean, it's a small population for now, but we can expand it then, right? And the potteries we can have here. Another... Oh, I can only build 1. They need 18 tools. That is a lot, though. We have a purchase offer for the tools in Ashgabat. We don't need anything else, but tools is needed. Let's send the ship back there to Sleep Hollow. Still lots of patricians that want to upgrade. Let's just check my beer. Beer is going up again, very good. It was at 0 not long ago. It's going up again, very good. The bread, the beer, looking fine. As we can see, the candlesticks also very high up there, so no problem here. For the noblemen though, the wine is looking bad, and the fur coats. Fur coat doesn't need to look bad. We only really need the furrier workshop, and we still have 2 there. Here and here. And let's just get us a street over there as well for these areas there. And they need salt. Salt we have plenty of, but furs is something we don't have that many anymore, right? So fur, we do need the fur fertility. Let's just see some beer caves, that is. And here in Bushel Hill we have 4. Very good. Very good indeed. We can have another trade route with that opening up. Let's hope it doesn't cost that much. Nope, looks pretty good. Looks like we can have all 4 of them right here on this island now. Very cool sound there. There we have the first one. Oh, yeah. And we also arrived there at the main harbor once again. We want to take down this ship there because he's up to no good, obviously. And perhaps also destroy the...
One of your ships is under fire.
Here. But let's get out there a bit, because I'm also getting attacked by the towers there now, by the walls. This is looking much better. Oh, there's also another flagship coming in. Let's focus that. Feels so good to finally be able to stand up with the cardinal there. And this ship is also coming in. That's for me though. Oh, whoa. I need to be careful there. I can't afford to lose a ship there, especially not an important one like that. Let's get it here to Mount Fort. It's rather close by, and we can still have a repair crane.
Taken over a free share.
There it is. Up here, and let's also just check the shares. Nope, doesn't affect me, right? Ashgabat, is there a share? Yep, Giovanni purchased a share here. Look at that. Let's take it back right away. That sneaky bastard. Trying to get my islands there with his shares. We also should check the other ones there real quick. Especially also my beer. He was eyeing that previously. It's looking rather fine now. And let's get some tools there. We don't have that many tools. Should be careful about it. The tools are being depleted right now by the monument. That is still ongoing. And the first stage will be finished now. And there it is. The first stage completed. Look at that. This is going to be a beautiful building overall. And we'll just continue from here. Stay tuned.
The next phase of construction.